You've tried to find information about the German inheritance, but no one can really tell you anything? No clear answers, no documents, no progress? So, can the German Probate Court help you if you live abroad? My name is Markus Hosser. I'm a German lawyer, and for more than 17 years I've advised international clients on German inheritance matters, especially clients from the United States, Canada and the United Kingdom. In a previous video I gave a general overview of how a German estate can be handled from abroad. In this video I'd like to explain what kind of assistance you can and cannot realistically expect from the German Probate Court. If your own attempts to gather information through family members, friends or other sources have been unsuccessful, contacting the German Probate Court may be an option. In some cases, the probate court can confirm whether a will exists and whether probate proceedings have been initiated. However, this process is often more difficult than many people expect. The first major obstacle is language. The official language of German courts is German. In practice, only very few probate courts are willing or able to communicate in English. The second challenge is identifying the correct probate court. If the deceased lived in Germany, the probate court at the deceased's last place of residence is usually responsible. That gives you a starting point, but even finding the correct contact details can be difficult, as most official court websites are available only in German. Translation tools like Google Translate can help, but they are far from perfect. Even if you manage to find the right court and contact details, reaching someone by phone can be extremely difficult, even for professionals and even without a time difference. Once contact is established, the probate court will usually require various documents and proof from you to verify that you are actually entitled to receive information. German probate courts cannot simply provide wills or estate information to anyone who believes they might be in error. In many cases, documents must also be translated into German. Written correspondence often takes a long time, and international mail adds further delays. Some international clients already have a copy of the will. They may have received it directly from the deceased, from family members, or, in some cases, from the probate court itself. Even then, it's important to ask a critical question. What can you actually do with this information? If the will states that you inherited something, and if you know that the estate is substantial, you may be able to better assess how much time, effort and cost you are willing to invest in settling the estate. But in many cases, the will alone is not enough. German inheritance procedures differ significantly from those in the United States, Canada and the United Kingdom. Simply knowing what the will says often does not tell you what assets actually exist, where they are located, or how you can gain legally control over them from abroad. From a practical perspective, the will is usually only the starting point, not the solution. Many wills do not list all assets in detail. As a result, heirs often lack basic information about the type of assets, their value, and how to access them. In practice, German estates often include a combination of real estate, bank accounts, securities accounts, life insurance policies, and personal property. To gain legal access to these assets, you will typically need to communicate with multiple institutions in Germany. German banks, which often communicate only in German and have strict inheritance tax reporting obligations. The German Land Registry Office, which is also a court and follows formal procedures similar to the probate court. Insurance companies, even when you may not know the policy number. At the same time, European and German data protection laws are very strict. Banks are bound by banking secrecy, and information usually is not easily disclosed. One of the biggest hurdles for heirs living abroad is the lack of formal legal authority. Without proper proof of your inheritance rights under German law, access to assets is often blocked, even if it is clear in principle that you are entitled to inherit. This is where many international heirs get stuck. So, while the German probate court can, in some cases, provide limited assistance, it is important to have realistic expectations. Knowing where you stand legally and what steps are required is essential before you can move forward. If you are trying to clarify your position in a German inheritance matter from abroad, you may find additional background information on our website. Thank you for watching.